the time when I did get pregnant is actually the month when I stopped all of this. I have a friend who is a gynecologist, a female friend, and I called her one day and I said, look, this is what's going on. My husband and I are trying for a baby, and not only are we trying, but we are desperately trying, and this is not good for our marriage, but we desperately want a baby. What should we do? And she said, what are you doing? I said, we're doing this. I named everything. We're testing ovulation. We're testing the saliva. We are doing the basal body temperature. We are using pre-seed. We are doing this, that, and the other. And she said, that's the problem. You need to stop. You need to stop trying for a baby. And I thought about it and I thought, hold on a minute. How can you tell me, who's just lost a baby and is desperate for another one, to stop trying? So how do I get a baby if I stop trying? And so I went away with the thought and I thought, okay, how do I do this? And then I realized the reason it's not happening is because I'm doing it. Now, you see, the word trying for me indicates hard work. Hard work. Trying means you have to try to get something. You have to work hard to achieve something. If you don't put in your best, if you don't do it, nothing will happen. So it's not just about putting in your best. The word trying is literally saying that it's in your power to gain something. And conceiving is not in our power. I know many women who have even done IVF and it hasn't worked out. So that just shows that something in this whole process, in this miracle of being pregnant, is actually out of our hands as human beings. And so I began to read more of the Bible and I thought, I need to change my mindset. I need to go from trying for a baby to trusting God for a baby. Because the word trusting indicates that I'm leaning on someone, I'm leaning on God. I'm admitting that it's not in my power, it's not in my strength. It's not something that I can do for myself, but I can wait on God. And I can actually have, this can happen, but the only thing is it won't happen in my own terms. It won't happen, when I say it will. Now, one of the other reasons we desperately wanted a baby is because we lost our baby in July and we figured, the 1 year anniversary to the funeral will be coming up again this July, which is just in a couple of months' time. And I desperately wanted to have a baby in my arms for that day. Just wanted to just have a baby in my arms so that when the anniversary comes on for the funeral, it won't be so painful. And so my husband and I, we had worked out the dates. If we conceive by this time, we will deliver by this time. And when the funeral comes, we will already have a baby and it won't hurt so bad. So the clock was ticking. Now, so that was, part of the reason that we just started trying and became really desperate. Now, I got pregnant fast when I stopped the timer, stopped the clock, removed the clock on myself, and I just said, do you know what? When I get pregnant, I will get pregnant. I'm going to trust God to heal me in His own time, in His own way. Fair enough, like now I've just explained to you why I desperately wanted a baby at a certain time, and it makes sense, right? But not everything that makes sense to us actually makes sense for the bigger picture. In God's eyes, He just wants to do things His own way. He wants to take all the glory, And I can't say to you, if I had anybody who said, who says, I'm trying for a baby, what did you do? What can I do? I can't give credit to these. I can't give credit to any of these and say, these gave me a baby. I can't, because they didn't. I only got pregnant the 1 month, the very first month, when I did nothing, when I rested, when I trusted God solely. And I remember that month. I remember just saying to myself, Pam, if you don't get pregnant this month, it's not the end of the world. You will hold on to your peace. You will be happy. You will go about your business. You will achieve whatever it is you have set out to achieve in your day, and when it happens, not if, when it happens, it will be perfect. It will be the right time, because it will be God's time. Now, so if you are in the position that I was in a few months ago, and some of you probably thinking, so how long did it take you to get pregnant? It's not really about how long, but I will tell you, we started trying from July and we got pregnant. I found out I was pregnant on the 9th of December, so I had missed my husband's birthday, which was the November deadline. I had missed that, and by the time I have this baby, I won't have a baby in my arms for the funeral. So the 2 deadlines that I had, I actually nothing came of them. And you know what? I've said to myself, when it comes to the funeral day, I will be okay. God will give me strength. I will find my strength from God. I will be fine. I will focus on my future. I will focus on the baby that's ahead, the miracle that's inside of me. I will focus on the wonderful things that are to come in my life this year. And so many wonderful things have already happened. I will focus on that. And having a baby physically, I won't have that on that very day, but it will be fine. So, if you are in that club, the trying to conceive club, if you are, on your journey to having a baby, I would just say, just trust God. Trust God. Now, I won't knock these products. I won't knock them. But it's about the mindset. It's about you knowing that these won't give you a baby. And you knowing that babies only come from God. Now, it's about you changing your mindset to know, yes, these help you to find out when you will be ovulating. But let's face it, that's not really rocket science. If you can pee on a stick and find out, then it's not really rocket science. Finding out. So don't let this be your focus. Don't let this be the thing. Don't let it consume you like it consumed me. Don't let it be the end of your day. Be your be all and end all. You're testing every day. You're checking this, your basal body temperature, you're this, you're that. Don't let it be your all. Draw your strength from God. Just find some scriptures. Pray and just keep praying. But in all that you do, just rest. Be at peace, and just remember that if you get pregnant this month, this year, next year, that whenever it happens, it will be perfect, and you will look back and you would say, thank God it happened now. I promise you, because that's exactly how I feel. Thank God I'm pregnant now. Not saying thank God I wasn't pregnant before, but I'm just so happy. My joy is full. I don't feel like, it was late, or, it should have happened much sooner. I don't feel that way. I'm just so filled with joy. And it's given me a greater understanding of and appreciation of this baby that's inside me now. I realize that I could not create this child. I could not do it in my own strength. This child only came because God said, take. So knowing that has given me just such a love for this baby, and this baby hasn't even arrived. So if that is you, and you are in the position that I was in a few months ago, I pray for all the women who come into my life and who are in that position. And yeah, I'll keep praying for you, and you just keep praying, and you stop trying, and you start trusting and just leaning on God, and it will happen. Just change your mindset. Keep speaking to yourself. Know that it will happen. Your time will come. Just know that it will. And let that be the end of the conversation in your mind. It will happen. We don't know when, but it will. Okay? Stay blessed.